everyone. How's everyone doing? Good. So I won't say much. I'll just give a small introduction about myself and why I'm here with the People's Party of Canada. So in Brampton, I own a healthcare, Orion Security and Healthcare Services, a healthcare firm where we provide frontline workers, and we did throughout the pandemic. As well, I'm a counselor with the region. So I've been I get to speak with a lot of people one-on-one. Background about me, I'm here. I've got a lot of backlash actually why social media has been, I've been such a controversy on social media. I've got a lot of backlash for being an immigrant, a person of color standing with the People's Party of Canada because, I'll tell you something about me, and this will surprise you. Before I entered politics, so the way I got in here was, I was totally of liberal belief. Before I knew what politics were, before I thought about it, I always considered myself to be a liberal. I was nominated by a few people in the city, in the region, to be a liberal candidate. I was a volunteer. I was with the Liberals when I started learning politics. Just for a few months, and as I got nominated to be a candidate, I started learning slowly that I'm not a liberal. The things that I was doing, the things that I was having to ask people to do, they were against my beliefs. And then a life-turning event happened where you all must have heard there was a hate crime, in London, where then Trudeau got up on stage, and it was Islamophobia when that came. There was a hate crime that happened, and the Islamophobia wave came, and so Trudeau got up on stage, and we heard this, and he said, for example, Muslims are not safe in Canada. All Canadians are against them, and they're not safe in Canada. Then Jagmeet Singh from NDP got on stage and said the exact same thing. He said, you know what? Muslims can't walk the streets, they live in fear in Canada. And so nothing against, against any religion and religious belief. Me speaking with a lot of clients, being a counselor, me myself being an immigrant, and coming from a country where we came away from laws and regulations like that to come here and be Canadians.
Yeah.
We came here to be called Canadians, not Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Sikh. If anybody wants to make a statement, they can say that crime is against humanity. The crime is not against Islam or Sikhism or Hinduism. What that's doing when governments are saying statements like that, Muslims are not safe in Canada or whatever you want to say, by force, you are actually dividing groups. What you're saying, it sounds nice on paper. It sounds like Canada is very accepting of every religion, every country. But once you say something like Hindus or Sikhs or Christians or Muslims are not safe in Canada, you are forcing that divide that you're pretending not to want. So I'm looking at the pandemic. The pandemic will finish, of course. We're not anti-vaccine. We're not anti-vaxxers or anti-mask. We're just with freedom. I'm looking past the pandemic, and I'm looking at People's Party of Canada is elected. In the next 30 years, when the pandemic is over, what else are our concerns? We want that freedom. I want to come to Canada and be able to say that, you know what, Trudeau says that we have no culture. That scares me. Canada has no diversity. The culture is diversity and multiculturalism. Well, you know what? I couldn't say this standing in our country, or a lot of people couldn't say this in their countries, standing proudly that, no, you know what? We're in a Christian country. I come from a country where I couldn't say this openly. We can go wear a crucifix or our, turbans or whatever it is that we want to do. Because we are in Canada, yes, we can come and walk proudly, and I can be from Pakistan and come here and say that I'm Christian. In a Christian country, I am in Canada. We are Canadians. We're looking past everything. We are with freedom all in one. Whoever says People's Party of Canada is racist, you know what? I've never felt more unified with Canadians or white people than since I've been in the People's Party of Canada. We are one. We stand for freedom. We can stand here and say, I am from Pakistan, speaking from all the Christians who've been persecuted. We can say we are Canadian, we are in a Christian country, and we're not scared to say that. Thank you for freedom, People's Party of Canada.